Okay, number 1, this is geometric because we are multiplying by a 1/5 from one term to the next. That means it's going to be a ratio. And then to get the next two terms, go to your calculator, punch it in. 1/25 times 1/5 gives me 1/125. Punch it in, and you get 1/625. All right, letter B. It is arithmetic, okay? As we see here, we are decreasing by 8, and because it's an arithmetic, it is a common difference. Keep subtracting 8. 14 minus 8 gives me negative 14 minus 8, negative 22. Keep subtracting 8, negative 30. Make it geometric, make it arithmetic. To be geometric, we got to multiply by some number. In this case, we're going to be multiplying by -5. I'm always doing, to calculate the common ratio, is the second term divided by the first term. So -5 is what I'm multiplying by. So the next term is going to be negative 50, then positive 50, or positive 150. And then after that, it's going to be negative 750. Now, to be arithmetic, we have a common difference. To calculate that common difference, I do the second term minus the first term, which means the common difference is 12. I'm adding 12. 10 plus 12, 22. 22 plus 12, 34 plus 12, and so on. The first term of the geometric sequence, we started off at -2, and then we made the third term be at -50, okay? Number 3, just tell me what type of sequence we have there, what type of equation we have, and then extract out, tell me the two key pieces, the ratio difference and then the first term. So what we are doing then is comparing that to our explicit formulas we've been going through in class. That's for an arithmetic, and that's for a geometric. This is, again, the first term, and this is the common difference. On the geometric, that's the first term, and that R is the common ratio. So on letter A, when I compare the structure of A to what my two possibilities are, that is arithmetic. It is then a common difference. In this case, the common difference is right here, D, which is 3. In the first term, this sequence would be starting at -5. Letter B is geometric. If I tag it as geometric, I say I have a ratio, and the common ratio is right here. That is my ratio. And then this is my first term of the sequence that would start. So it'd be 3 times 2, and then 2, and then keep multiplying by 2. That's essentially what you're doing. Letter C, compare the structure. It is geometric. We have a ratio. That is my ratio. Now the first term, it's not out front because there's a 1 hidden there. 1 times anything is itself, so we don't just say 1 times 5, we just say 5. So 1 is always hidden out front. If there's no first term there, that means it's a 1 that's there. And the last one there is arithmetic. It's a common difference. Now that common difference is -1.5 because we're always adding. In this case, it's adding a negative. The first term is right there at 5. Number 4, using your calculator to help me find the 14th term on letter B. Got my numbers mixed up there a bit. So I'm plugging in n as 14 into that equation and then just going to my calculator and going to punch it in. 14 minus 1 is 13. So then on my calculator, I'm just literally going to type in -5 plus 3 times 13 is 34. The 14th term of that sequence is 34. On letter C, n is 9. So I'm going to do 3 times 2 to the 9 minus 1. 3 times 2 to the 8th is what I want to type into the calculator. And as I punch that in, make sure you can type that into your calculator as well. 768 is the 9th term.